Do we know that all our emotions are based on 4 primary? Like, for example, how many basic colors exist?
How many what?
Basic colors exist in the world. Physics, anybody? Prism? 3 colors. 3 colors. It's the red, the yellow, and blue. All colors that we know today, all these colors on that slide, are out of these 3 basic colors. Orange is red and yellow. Green is blue and yellow. And depending on the degree of the color that you make, you have the magenta, you have the purples, you have the periwinkle, you have all these colors based on 3 basic colors. Our emotions are based on 4 primary emotions. And if we understand them, we can actually control the way we act and react to our emotions. Do we know what are the 4 primary emotions? I'm going to tell them in a way for you to remember them for the rest of your life. Sad, mad, glad, and scared. Sad, mad, glad, and scared. And mad is when you get mad when you feel like you have been treated unfair or someone that you love has been unjustly treated. And then glad when things go your way, and scared is perception of what might happen in the future. And don't worry, it's on your workbook. There are later on, so these are the basic emotions that they found, the philosophers find from the beginning of time. But the modern one want to come back and say, well, we want to add 2 more. And the 2 more are surprise and disgust. I don't personally believe in that. I base everything on sad, mad, glad, and scared. So for example, when we say, I'm jealous, what is that feeling based on? And if we deconstruct, it's like having a chemical formula. Once you deconstruct that chemical formula, you can know how to deal with it or how to remove the dangerous part of it. So what is jealousy made of? Scared. What else? Sadness and mad. So it's being scared, being mad, and sad. If we decompose, we need to do with our emotion reverse engineering. And this way we demystify what emotions are and how they control our body. Again, we look at the root of the problem, not this. The symptoms is being jealous. But what is the root of jealousy? Is sadness, being mad or angry, and being scared. And do we know that actually someone being jealous, it has nothing to do with the other person. It's all in us when we are jealous. Because in our mind, if the other person will betray us or is not loyal to us, what will happen? We're not going to be able to handle it. It has nothing to do with the other person. But if you are sure that no matter what will happen, you're going to be able to handle it, you don't even worry about jealousy. You know what? You find someone else, more power to you. Go and I'll find someone else. And that's the difference on how we look at jealousy, you know? Jealousy. Okay. So, and now that we talked about how emotions are, we're going to finish this and we're going to take a break for 5 minutes. So we talked about how we perceive emotion, assimilate emotion, understand emotion, and then make them happen. So now, what do emotion, they are 4, we said 4 basic emotion. Now that we know the root of them, we need to start knowing how they make us feel. So the first part that it affects us is body-wise, or what we call physiological. Heart rate, sweating, your eyes becomes diluted or constricted. Do you become tense? You know, does the hair on the back of your neck stand out? You know, does your face becomes flushing, red? And also, these are the physical one. But emotion-wise, are you happy or are you sad? And also, how the behavior is expressed. Do you go on the attack? Do you get in someone's face? Do you start moving your hands? I do that sometimes when I get excited. You know, does your face expression change? And also, we have different things for different emotions. Even the eye movement means something different. So when someone looks up and right, what do you think they're doing? Exactly. When someone eye go up and right, I'm trying to remember something. Up and left, making something up, lying. So even the eye movement means something about the emotion. So that's why it's very important to know the physiological part, the subjective part, and the behavioral part. For the emotions that we learned, and now that we know how the emotion, the anatomy of an emotion, and the basics of an emotion, there are three main secrets to our emotions. The first one is to know what triggers your emotion. Okay? Like, for example, I was born in Egypt, but I have been here for more than 30 years now in the States. So whenever someone would start talking in a derogatory way, you know, about Egyptians or about whatever it is, you know, that will push my buttons. That will trigger my buttons, right? And I had to learn that they're not talking about me. It's not me. I am not that person. So I'm disconnected from the people that I'm talking to about. And actually, I can join them in the discussion because I'm also against the bad elements that come from there. See the shift of thinking, and now it's not my trigger anymore. Right? So my husband is Hispanic. He's fourth generation here. When we first met, he would tell me, why do you guys always fight when you meet each other? This was his perception, right? But Middle Easterns are loud. They're loud. You know, when they talk, they're loud and they express themselves. And you feel, if you're not from that area, or you never have been around people from that area, you will think that they are fighting. Israelis are like that. Egyptians are like that. It's just like we are loud and our hands move a lot. And you think, and also there is no space respect. The interspace that we have here, the one they are right in your face right here. Because they want to show you that you are their friend. They're not rude. They're not trying to occupy your private space. They want to tell you that they are your friend. They're close to you. Again, perceptions, right? So this is what I'm saying. It's just like we come from totally different cultures and backgrounds, and our perceptions are different. Till today, we've been, March 21st will be 18 years together. Till today, like, I use pita bread, as whoever comes from that area knows that, and I told you that the last time, David, right? We open the pita bread and we use it as a sandwich. He uses it as a tortilla. He put the stuff on top of it and rolls it and eats it as a taco. You know, and we've been together for 18 freaking years, and still, you know what I mean? It just, and we look at things in a different way, and we learned how to stop and listen to the other because our perceptions are different. Like I remember one day, and this is part of emotional intelligence, one day